Hello guys and welcome to the new market updates. So let's start with sentiment and ideas for the 7th week in 2026. Important news that we got new labor data news, we got ADP unemployment claims and JOLTS job openings. And as you can see, we can see another wave in decreasing labor market data. And this week on Wednesday we have NFP data and on Friday CPI. This NFP will be important because if we also see NFP below forecast, that is like a big concerning to Fed because labor market is decreasing very fast, and Fed's focus right now is on the labor market, so that could give them more room to cut rates. So we will see NFP data and position accordingly. In Europe, the ECB confirmation helped reduce uncertainty in European markets and generally supported the euro and government bonds. So overall, euro is still in solid economy. Unemployment rates are at solid levels. CPI is at 2%, so at ECB targets. There's no they don't need to cut rates. In Australia we saw hawkish hike. Nothing changed in Australia. I'm still bullish on Australian dollar because economy is doing great. In Japan, yesterday, election victory is likely to push the yen lower due to expectations of expansionary fiscal policy and less chance of significant interest rate hike by the Bank of Japan, meaning no USD, but overall all pairs versus JPY could remain higher, at least in the short term. This is like JPY index, and as you can see, this is trending lower for years now, and we are sitting right now. This is like all-time low, maybe retracement above these levels for new sales around here, for new sales towards all-time low. In England, at Thursday it was Bank of Japan policy summary, and they voted for cuts. They voted for cuts, and it was forecast at just 2. So this is like dovish side, and it is expected that the next meeting we will have like cut, and that puts pressure on pound. And for now, trade ideas that I'm looking for is euro USD, because euro is the biggest index of the DXY chart, and right now if we see another cooling data in labor market, that is like concerning to Fed, as already said. And because of the Fed will cut rates, that means weaker dollar, and euro is the biggest part of the DXY chart, so that I already positioned myself at this 1.18 level. And if on Wednesday we saw like new weakening labor data, we can again, there's like room to go for these levels. But everything is on Wednesday and how will NFP data played out. The other pair I'm interested is Australian dollar JPY. For now, I like this pair is we are in the month like of the bullish trend, and the reason I'm still bullish on this pair is because of the weak yen and strong Australian dollar fundamentally. And still, if we don't see any policy change in these countries, I think we can go like high and lower highs, but we'll see. Because in the night, or like here during summer, we had vague Bank of Japan is giving clear directions about rate hikes, Australian economy is doing great. Then around here, Takaichi was dominated as a prime minister, and she wants stimulus packs, and she's very dovish. And we just from here we just created higher highs and higher lows. Maybe we could retest around here these levels, and I will also add around here 1.108 level, and from here I can like being long till we don't have a like policy change in either economy. And Australian dollar, Swiss franc, this is like I already posted a lot of this pair on Twitter, but as you can, this is really slow pair, but swap is on Australian dollars pair, so I don't mind if I hold this pair because of the swap. Last week at low unemployment rate, this was like 2 weeks ago. We saw like low unemployment rate and solid employment change, plus inflation was higher than expected. And the only what could make this pair go slower is uncertainty in the global markets, but for now we don't have that, and because of that I'm still bullish on this pair. When Trump said like I don't know how much about tariffs on China, because Australia is the biggest exporter of the iron ore to China, and China and Australia are in big correlation. So if we see any tariffs on the China, that could impact Australian dollar, but for now we don't have that, and still I am bullish on this pair. This is like short review about market and my trade ideas, and see you in the next one.